Hi guys, welcome everybody. I'm so delighted guys. I just started and I just uploaded my presentation video and I have lots of people. I'm really happy. I'm really thankful. I feel totally blessed. So thank you to everybody that is coming to my channel, and the new ones, welcome also. It's a pleasure to have you here again with me. I will be doing videos about accounting and finance, and somebody has asked me about personal finance. Just ask, tell me, what should I do? I'm so excited. So welcome again. Thank you for being here. Well guys, as I told you before, I have lots of ideas for my videos. As I told you in my presentation video, I'm a teacher, and I've been a teacher for the last, 25 years. So at the beginning, I thought about doing these videos about, the basics of accounting and finance and practical stuff. But I've been receiving a lot of proposals for doing also something about personal finance and also about corporate finance, giving advices for companies or whatever. So I will be doing like different things. In this first one, I would like this to be like a chat with you guys and talking about like the basic ideas, I guess, about personal finance. Okay, and the first thing that I can tell you is I will make this question: what are you doing with your money? Do you know where your money goes? Do you know what are you spending on? If you're not, think about it, because there's a basic rule in accounting, guys, that says that everything that is not controlled degenerates. If I wouldn't have an arrival time for my husband, ladies, they have to have control. Keep it under control. Very important. Okay, so if my husband didn't have an arrival time, I will be running after him every night at 3 in the morning. No, they have to walk by the line. Morras, ladies, keep them on the line. And the same for your money. So I bet this has happened to you guys. When you go to the ATM to get some cash, you go there and heck, you just receive $100 bills. That those bills, they have to be defended with your life, with your 7 lives of a cat. Because if you start using one of the bills, it will be gone in 3 seconds. Okay, so I bet when you go, you are defending your bill, but you cannot defend it anymore. So let's say that you buy small things. What a harm. I would just, maybe I will buy a chocolate, my cigarettes, coffee, a magazine. But then at night, I get home and I go, how much? $17. What happened to my bill? Did a bill just went out my pocket, or is it? I bet this has happened to you. So everything has to be under control. Your money, first thing. So you have to. I will throw you a challenge, guys, and the challenge will be put down. They have to be. You have to have them on your mind. So bring up. I have this. I will show you. I have this little note that is a mess that I love. It's my life. Everything I spent, I put it on my little notebook. So everything I do, I put it down. And I got this idea from a friend that I just love, Lupita Castro. I love you. And when we were in college, I'm an accountant, and she was an accountant. She is an accountant. And she used to put down everything she spent. So we went and she bought a candy, little pop, whatever, everything down. And we laughed about it so much. But then she came to me and told me, Chio, why don't you do it? You will see where your money goes. And I did it, guys. And then at the end of a week or at the end of a month, I recommend that you do it by a week. And at the end of a week, you add up, and I say, hey, this damn it little pop, fregada paletita. So there's a statistic in which it says that on average, 25% of your inflows goes on those little things that you don't put them on your map. So it is very important that you put them down. So tell me about the challenge. I want to know how you go with your challenge. send me a message, put your results here, down here, and let's see how you're doing with your challenge about putting everything down. Everything has to be written. Either I use this old notebook that I told you again. This is my little notebook. Guys, I have to tell you something. There was a story in which I lost that notebook in the supermarket. Can you believe that? I went to the manager, I did a mess with everybody. I have to look, my notebook is so important. Until the notebook appeared. ¿Por qué no? Okay, so of course it is very important that you put it down. And guys, in fact, guys, I will give you another statistics. There's a statistic that says that if you put it down either on a notebook, on your cell phone, there's a lot of applications in which you can use to put everything you spend down. There's a statistic that if you put your plans, your budgets, your whatever your plan, if you put it down, you increase your probabilities of doing those by 42%. So put them down. It's like when you do your list of what to do, doesn't it feel great when you just cross it over because you already did it? It's beautiful. So let's put them down and let's concentrate on getting those, okay? So first thing, let's do our cash budget, okay? So that cash budget has to do, as always, very important idea. All the financial decisions have to be taken based on cash flows, not on profits. Profits are like the Holy Spirit. Nobody has seen them. There's nothing more real than God, family, friends, and whatever than cash. Okay? So cash is king. So we will concentrate on doing, it depends, it will have like two main parts. Cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay? Your inflows, well, it would depend on what you do, okay? Maybe you don't work, but you, like ladies, of course it's a big work, staying at home and taking care of the kids and cooking. Oh my God, I hate it. I was not born for doing that. But ladies who stay home, I love you guys. I know that it is a very tough work. Of course it's a work, and I really appreciate what you do, guys. But let's say that you receive something, your husband helps you, for buying the food, for taking care of the kids, so on. That will be like your inflows. For me, that I have a work, that will be whatever I get paid, which I get paid like twice a month. So that this has to be made based on the periodicity of how do you receive your money. As I get paid twice a month, I have this budget for every 2 weeks. Okay, but your budget has to have two parts. One, the first that we talked about before, is your inflows, cash coming in, that they have to be like on the same periodicity in which you receive them. And the second thing, and I think one of the most important ones, that will be your cash outflows, okay? And these cash outflows, guys, what I recommend is you need to put them under a specific structure, okay? So my recommendation for you guys today, that will be that these cash outflows will be structured in this way. 50%, they have to be like to cover your basics, whatever you need for living. Maybe if you don't own your car, your house, maybe for the rent of the house or the payment of the house, or if you're buying a car, or for gas, or for paying for education, food, services, etc. The basics, okay? And maybe I'm a little bit low, but that will be for me, that will be ideally, that will be 50%, okay? The other 20%, it should be at the minimum for investing. This is very important. You have to look for the future. You have to think about it. What is your life going to be in a few years? So for the story, I will tell you a story about Mexico. The law has changed. So for me, that I'm a little bit old, okay, that I'm a little bit old, and I will receive my pension will depend on the years that I've been working during all of my life, and my salary of the last 5 of my the 5 years of my life. So, but for the few guys and for most of the companies around the world, whatever you will receive when you retire, it's only the amount you save. So you have to take advantage of the beauty of compounded interest rates. So compounded interest rates, it means that your interest will gain at the same moment more interest, and your money will grow, like a snowball. Okay, so start saving since you're young. You can start saving now that you have all your life ahead, and at the end you will thank me if you do that. I bet that you will. So at least at the minimum, what you receive, put something else, put something apart, invest it. Please, guys, don't invest it at the bank. If you feel blessed because you're having your money at the bank, that's a mistake. In most of the banks around the world, they pay very little. I will put you the case again in Mexico. Banks in Mexico, for a deposit for 1 month, they will pay you today like no more than 2 or 3%. And all the interest rates in every part of the world, they're made public annually. So it means that rate of 2 or 3% that you will make in 1 year. So if inflation in Mexico last year, it was 3 point something, you're really not making money, but you're losing money, because inflation, it means that your money is buying 3% less. If inflation was 3%, look for my video where I explain inflation. It's really good. Okay, so the bank is not a good option. So what options do I have? I will make some videos, but at the meantime, I will tell you that there are a lot of other options: pension funds for investing. I will do some videos about that. Okay, so investing for your retirement is a basics. Okay, and for the future, we don't know, And the other 20% that I will put here, that maybe this idea that I will tell you will be kind of shocking for some of you, but I'm putting 20% for debts. Of course, it's ideally, I wouldn't recommend that you guys have debts, but debts are not bad. Gio, how could you say that debts are not bad? No, debts, for me, guys, debts help you buying time. Why buying time? Yes, for example, me. If I just waited to buy my house until I had the complete money to buy it, I should have waited maybe 10 or 17 years. But I bought it like 2 years ago. Why? Because I asked for a loan to the bank, and I know that I can pay that loan. So instead of waiting, I'm enjoying my house since 2 years ago. So bottom line, debts are not bad. It depends. You have to know how to manage themselves. Of course, if your level of debts gets high enough for causing trouble, it could be a pain in the ass. Of course. So keep them under control, use them. They will help you buy time, but beware of them. For corporations, for companies, guys, I can guarantee that getting money, if you don't have money, if your company does not have money, and you want to get that money, it's of course lots cheaper to get it with debt than to get it with investors. Why? Because one of the benefits of that I will tell you about in my other videos, that will be the tax benefit. But I will talk about that later on. But in the meantime, just get the idea about debts. So, but let's say that your personality tells you that debts are not for you. What would I do? I would just, if this is 0 for you, make this 20% go this way, and then you will have to invest 40%. Okay? And I have this 10% that is remaining, that these I will call the extras. Your little luxuries. Why not? We don't have to be so bad. So of course you deserve it. Of course, give it, for some luxury, some nice dinner, going to a small trip. But guys, the problem with that is that there is something called inflation. I always lose the word. Inflation lifestyle, or lifestyle inflation, whatever the heck. But that concept, it means that whenever your level of inflows start increasing, you think that you're doing great, and that's good to be feeling about yourself. That's nice. Echate porras, chiquitibum vomita por mí, excellent, I'm the queen, whatever. But don't inflate also your outflows. What most people do is that when they increase their inflows, they tend to increase the level of living. And of course, I don't want also a car. I want to have a luxury car, a Tesla. What? Don't I deserve it? Of course, but keep it down. Keep it down. On these things, guys, basically on these 50%, what I will ask you is sit down and relax and really think, do I really need this stuff? Because as I told you before, guys, life is so short. We come to this world to be happy. But guys, it's scientifically proven that material things will not give you that happiness. What happiness will come when you go with your friends, when you go with your family, when you go in a party, woo woo woo, when you sing out loud, when you bailas la quebradita, when you dance. That's so joyful, not material things. So stop increasing your level of life thinking that the material things will make you happy. They won't. Okay? So don't do that. In fact, guys, talking about happiness, there is a new branch in finance called Finance for Happiness. In Harvard, the best universities in the world, those courses are totally packed. What does it mean? That we're yelling to get happiness, and we think that happiness will come with the material stuff, and that is not the case. Okay, so besides that, the last idea that I would like to give you, so the importance again of taking good decisions. But for me, finance is basically two decisions. You either have money or you will have to decide where to put it, where to invest it. And the other option, I don't have money and I need a source to get it, so that's financing. And for both, what I can tell you, as I told you before, every financial decision has to be taken based on cash flows. And after you have your cash flows, it's very easy. I will show you, I will make another videos and I will make exercises and everything. But what I can tell you now is that, let's do a simple example. Let's say that you will buy your first car, okay? And then you go to the bank and they will give you these amortization tables in which they put you, let's say that you will buy it, I don't know, at 2 years, 24-month monthly payments, and you already have put your money down or whatever. So they will give you like several amortization tables with different periods, different payments. You don't know what to do. What's the best option? The typical mistake, what most people would do is that they will just, let's see how much I'm paying on this one. And they will let's add it up. And they add it up. And then they do the other table and they go, let's add it. And they add everything up. That's a total mistake. And then you're supposed to decide in which you're paying less money and you think that you're perfect. You're totally wrong. Totally andas miando fuera del hoyo. You're being out of the hole. Totally not. So what are you supposed to do? Get the interest rate. What is the mistaken part that you're doing when you're adding everything up? You're violating one of the principles of finance, which is the time value of money, which tells me that a peso or a dollar in year one, it is not worth the same as a peso or a dollar on year 5. Why is it? Because inflation? No, not because inflation. Just because interest. If the $1 that you have on year 1, you invested at the time that it reaches year 5, you won't have $1 anymore. You will have $1 plus the interest of 5 years. So as money, it's not worth the same on every period. You're not supposed to add it up if you're there on different periods. So bottom line, what do you have to do to take good decisions? Always determine the interest rate. How are you supposed to do it? I will show you on my other videos, but what I can tell you in advance, it's that there's a tool, of course, Excel. Excel, guys, it is a beauty. Excel, I will put it this way. On Excel, guys, there's God, the Virgin Mary, my husband, and Excel. There's no more in life. Okay? So Excel is a beauty. You just put your cash flows, on a vertical position. You just paint them, and then the rate will be calculated. I will show you my videos. Follow me. Okay? So that will be it, guys. I will be making another videos. It was a joy to have you. Please give it a like, put your little bell, go into my channel, subscribe yourself. I'm waiting for you. That is Chio Knows.